I've spent and managed closer to $1 million over on Facebook, Instagram, Google ads over the last 2 years. If you don't know who I am, my name is Paul. I'm the founder of Parkwood Media, and we've generated respectively over 8 figures for our clients using our marketing system. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly the lessons I learned from spending $1 million over on Facebook, Instagram, and Google. So here are the 3 lessons. It should be a lot longer, so I might make a part 2 on this specific topic. But before we even get into any of the lessons, I'm going to do a shameless plug. If you want us to do a complete marketing audit in your guys' marketing, if you're spending a couple thousand or even 10, 20, even 6 figures a month in your guys' marketing, in your guys' home service business right now, click the link right below in the description and book a one-on-one call with me personally, and we'll do a complete marketing audit completely for free on your guys' systems and show you exactly a roadmap on how to actually scale in 2026. So let's get right into the video. So here are the 3 core lessons. Number 1, removing emotions. Number 2, offering creative. And number 3, optimizing for the right type of things. Let's start with number 1, removing emotions. So you need to completely take emotions out of advertising and marketing in general. And the reason I have this quote by Henry Ford that says, stopping advertising to save money is like stopping your watch to save time, meaning it is stupid and it doesn't work. The reason I put this quote right here is because I talk to so many different companies who stop advertising, who stop marketing because they tried it for a month or 2 and they didn't see the return that they wanted, and they completely cut it out, and they're still relying on word of mouth or buying leads through Angie's or HomeAdvisor. And what that basically happens is you don't really see the returns that it can potentially make your business. Advertising is an analytical game. You need to start feeling less and measure more. So what are the emotional decisions that most companies actually fall into? Well, they may be down on ads for a month or 2. That's feedback. It's not a signal for you to quit advertising. Now, you need to if you're just advertising and you're losing money and you don't do any optimization or any try to make decisions or look at data and try to understand the data, I would actually measure you guys, like tell you to stop advertising, because you are literally burning money on fire because you are not measuring data and not looking at data correctly. You need to exactly find out what went wrong and make decisions moving forward from that data. You can't panic. You shouldn't panic. And instead, you should actually think analytically, not emotionally, and look at exactly what you need to do in the future and the levers you need to pull to actually make this a successful campaign. And you got to realize you're building an asset. This is a system that you can't get anywhere from the whole entire freaking world that will print you unlimited returns. Patient capital beats reactive emotion every single time. You need to think like a real estate investor. So how do real estate investors actually think? Well, they invest millions of dollars up front. They can lose money for years and years, and they hold equity patiently. The keyword is patiently. They build a compounding asset. And it's the same thing in your guys' marketing system. Real estate investors will see a 10 to 12% return every single year. Let's say they spend $1 million, they make back, I don't know, like $1 million and $100,000. And they will consider that a win because they know that they're building a compounding asset, that they will literally, there are so much millionaires and billionaires that are created from real estate. And they can lose money for years by investing that money back into the asset or buying new assets. And that's the same type of mindset and strategy you need to have within your guys' marketing. So invest in campaigns up front. Negative months, the months that you don't close out, maybe your sales cycle is 4 months and you have 5 deals in the pipeline for each $20,000. So maybe you spent $5,000, got those 5 deals in the pipeline for a $100,000 pipeline. You have a 40% historical closing rate, and you haven't closed any deals for the last 2 months. Well, what do you do in that situation? Well, keep on spending more money on ads, build a pipeline up, and once the sales cycle hits, you're going to make your money back and significantly a lot more money than you did over the last 2-3 months because you paid it for upfront. And what that basically teaches you is that you need to look at contextual things, not analyze just one metric. You need to look at the whole entire metrics of what is currently going on in your guys' pipeline and make decisions from there. Not just look at the numbers, leaving out of your bank account. You need to have contextual advice. How many deals are in the pipeline? How many are going to close historically? And then you can start thinking analytically on, do we pursue this campaign or not? So hold strategy patiently, build a marketing machine. And this is something that every single time, once you build it once, this is an unlimited scalable return, a system that you could put in $1 and consistently pull out 5, 10, 12, 20 unlimited returns. So you have the best upside when you're doing marketing. And I see so many times people, spend 2 months on marketing. They have deals in the pipeline. They don't close anything out. Month 4, they close something out. They stopped advertising for the last 2 months, and they have to rebuild this pipeline. They're playing this catch-up cycle, and they never see the fruit of their return where they kill the catch-up cycle, and they just have unlimited deals in the pipeline. So year 2, year 3, year 4 down the line, you're consistently closing deals. You need to invest patiently. So that is the first lesson. Number 2 is offer and creatives are king. If you want to make returns fast within 30 days or even 2 months, like this is probably the best way to do it. But you also need to hold in the mind of long-term thinking at the same time. By the way, before I even get into any of these, nothing I say here is financial claims or making revenue claims or anything like that. Everything that you try in your guys' video, in this video, and maybe you implement in your guys' marketing system is purely based on your guys' skill based. And if you want us to do it, you might able to, reduce that skill gap as much as possible. So the first, or I guess the second lesson is offer and creative are king. On Facebook and Instagram, over on Meta Ads, nothing else matters. Not your targeting matters. With Andromeda, like targeting does not matter, whatsoever. The only thing that really matters is messaging that is involved within your creative and the offer that you're giving to the marketplace. The whole point of advertising is consumption, and that's why creatives are so important. If you have bad creatives like images and videos that scream like their ad, you're not going to get the clicks and the leads that you need for the business. So what 8-figure companies actually do differently, if you actually analyze what Renewal by Anderson and all the bigger companies, Renewal by Anderson, it's a 10-figure company, it's a $1 billion company. They have offers that they make within their market. So a major core offer that bigger companies make, I've hopped on calls with companies that are doing 40, 50, or even $60 million in sales and flooring and renovation, and these guys all have a different way of approaching advertising and marketing over on Meta side. They make an offer to the marketplace. So a core offer that a lot of companies use is get up to 50% when you buy X, Y, and Z. They make contingencies or something like this. New bathroom renovations for $129 a month. The offer is what gets consumed, and also the creative on top of it as well. So you need to package all of that correctly. So what you need to basically shoot for is, number 1, make a great offer to the marketplace that they cannot refuse. It's more of like a switch and bait type of offer that a lot of companies use, because Renewal by Anderson not only do charge a lot of money, but they just want so many leads to the door because they have so many salespeople, and they actually have a sales system. If you don't know how to build a sales system, you could look at our YouTube channel. There's a video how to actually close more for the business. And you can watch that first and look at this video. But because they have such a dialed-in sales system and a marketing system, they can run this offer and present these type of offers into local markets and actually get away with it, make 10, 20, 30, 40x returns by making offers like this. And the first thing that might pop up into the mind when you're looking at offers like this is, oh, it's going to attract low quality leads. What it's also going to attract is a lot of leads, and your salespeople will be able to shift through that. And if they're dialed in, they can start closing a lot of the deals, and you have the proper marketing system set in place, you will make significantly more money than you did by not running this offer. So number 3, shoot for consumption. Your ads, if they scream like an ad, people will not click on it. If the video screams like ad itself, people will not consume it. So it needs to be packaged on each platform. Whether you're running on Google, Facebook, or Instagram, every platform is different for advertising. So be native to the platform as much as possible. Make the videos and images look organic as hell, and the text organic as much as possible. It's a little bit different over on Google because you're searching for keywords. If you're doing PPC, if you're doing Google LSA, completely different story, but I'm focusing mainly over on Facebook and Instagram and Meta ads currently. So mix direct response principle with content that educates the leads. That's how you guys build winning creatives. So study the market, then out-offer everyone else. So the reason I'm talking so much about the offer is, let's say there's different type of markets. We've been in probably all the major cities and markets in the whole entire country. Let's say, for instance, we're in a random nowhere. It's the middle of the nowhere, the population of 300,000 people. There's only one advertiser we're competing against over on Facebook. Now, we don't have to make a crazy offer to attract people in that marketplace. We just need to make an offer that is better than everyone. So that applies if you're in a bigger market. If you're in a bigger market, you need to make an offer that nobody else is making or completely different, because what most companies offer right now is a free estimate, free XYZ. It works until it doesn't. If you want exponential amount of leads, you need to make an offer better than all the other companies out there. So study the market, number 1, out-offer everyone else. This core offers, like I just mentioned, are get up to 50%, get up to 70%, get up to 80%, get a new bathroom renovation, get a new paint job for $129 $49 a month. Something that is very bait and switchy. A lot of roofing companies run this hot offer called, get a new roof for $499.97, and they make millions, if not tens or even nine figures of revenue by running this direct response offer over on Facebook and Instagram, because it works so well, because it's a bait and switch offer. It gets people in, and if you were talking about ethical and all this stuff, it really doesn't matter, because being ethical, it's not, I wouldn't even consider it ethical, because their roofs do start at sometimes $4,000, $5,000. So it's a little play on words. Same thing with the get up to 50%. It is a play on words, get up to 50%. Now, if you just say get 50% off your guys' marketing, you're going to have to do that, or significantly, you're just going to reduce your bottom line, and you might go out of business, so you need to increase the charge. And the whole entire system, it's just what you need to focus on your guys' business and make it actually fit. Because if you don't, if you actually offer 50% off, you will go bankrupt. So you need to actually think smart and actually think about making, decisions before you even, just rip this offer and, apply it into your guys' marketplace. So number 3, optimize for cost of acquisition, not cost per lead. So cost per lead is a vanity metric, meaning it does not matter. So customer acquisition cost is first principle thinking. What that basically means is that, let's do 2 campaigns. You have campaign A getting you leads at $30, and you're converting every 1 lead out of 10 leads. So your CAC is $300. Let's say you have a different campaign that is getting you $70 leads, but out of every 10 leads that you get, you're converting 5 leads, meaning you have a 50% conversion rate. Well, most people will just look at their phone and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to turn off the campaign that is getting me $70 cost per lead. Well, if you actually look at the data a little bit more directly, the CAC on the $30 CPL is $300, which is double the amount that is, over on the $70 cost per lead, meaning the CAC is $140 over on the $70 CPL. But people make emotional decisions. They don't make contextual decisions because, oh my gosh, I'm getting leads at significantly double the higher the amount of cost I'm getting on this campaign. So I'm going to kill off that campaign and this ad, and I'm going to scale this ad. Realistically, you're literally paying double because you're not keeping track of CAC at the end of the day. So you make the wrong optimization, your campaign will entirely just flunk. So track attribution, train the algorithm. What tracking attribution means basically is that people can't even usually make data-driven decisions like this because they don't even track data, and they don't have UTM parameters set in place. They don't have attribution settings set in place. So they don't even know which ads the leads are coming from, which ad is actually converting the most amount of leads. Because you want to scale the ad that is converting the most amount of leads for the company. So track attribution correctly, know which lead is coming from which ad. Without this, you're guessing, you're actually not scaling. Identify which campaigns convert to customers. So one thing that you can do, because you have attribution set up, is off of every single winning ad or campaign that you do, you can make iterations and variations out of that ad and consistently scale that campaign. By the way, a pro tip, if you have a winning campaign or ad, do not mess with it. Do not mess around with the budget. Do not do anything with it. Just duplicate it and scale that budget through it. Because what happens is Meta is just, it just does so many different things, and you mess with the wrong thing and you publish it again, and it just messes it up. If you have a winning campaign, do not even try to raise the budget. Just duplicate it and raise that budget through because you're going to keep that campaign in that little bucket of audience that you're actually targeting to. So train your pixels on conversions. Don't optimize for leads. Optimize and make a custom API. Conversions API that you could directly train the pixels through, whether you could do it on GHL Jobber, or you could set it up pretty easily if you're tech savvy. So last but not least, scale with what wins on cost to acquire. Don't scale with cost per lead, because you are going to make significantly less money, if not no money, if you just optimize for cost per lead. So these are the 3 lessons I learned, spent $1 million over on Facebook, Instagram, and Google Ads. Now, this video is probably not enough, so I'm going to probably make a part 2 on exactly a little bit more on the technical side of the things, not more so frameworks. Also, I'll go into frameworks, so I might make a 50-minute or even hour-long video going over different principles and different frameworks I specifically learned. I might go through my ads manager to show you the ads that are performing for us is significantly better than all the other companies out there. So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, leave a comment, give me your feedback, and I'll talk to you in the next video.